So we
Hey guys, Rom, did you do the
The what?
invitation only?
What?
So we
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I think this time link to Zoom wasn't published in our channel, so
yes.
it should be okay. I hope.
To avoid crazy guys.
Mitja, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good.
I think that
But I'm not Mitja.
he reconnected, yeah. Ron, where's your cap?
Oh, no cap today. I'm still waiting for my SEC cap.
This is our shop, freeton.
Yeah, what we need is a cap with SEC crossed out and freeton next to it.
You know, selling T-shirts with it.
Exactly. Freeton merch, baby.
Shall we start?
Didn't hear you well.
Let's just give it another minute. Yeah, we usually start at 2 minutes after anyway. Just let everybody else sort of pile in.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Nice. So I didn't get that. Do we have a waiting room this time? Hopefully.
No.
Not waiting room, only link wasn't posted to our groups in Telegram.
It's not public now.
Great.
Thank you.
Hope this would help.
Actually, it should, and we can find him.
Ah, we're being detectives. We're gonna find the guilty party, and then we're all gonna go to his house and hold a rally outside of his apartment. Okay. All right. Let me see. YouTube. This is YouTube streaming. Yeah, YouTube is streaming.
Maybe let's start.
Yeah, I think we can start. Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to weekly update number 21. Thank you all for coming as always. We've had a very active and productive week. Lots of updates, lots of new info. As always, we'll do our Q&A at the end. Discussion questions, followed by YouTube questions, followed by questions written in from folks that couldn't be with us. I personally don't have much today. What I do have, I'll save until the end. Oh, yes. Okay. So just a quick announcement. We had 2 network partnership proposals that passed. One for mobile phone minute top-ups with a company called Nebius, and the other is for a game called World of Dogs. What this means is that pretty soon we're going to have lots and lots of new users joining the network. And obviously that's good news, but what's great news is that this basically sets a precedent by which other companies with large user bases now have a way to partner with freeton and bring millions of users to the community. I don't even have to explain how valuable that is. So yeah, there's that. Also, there is a new contest starting on Thursday called Freeton Positioning Essay. It asks participants to write an essay in their own words to describe freeton's positioning in the marketplace, and that based on a document that was drafted by members of the community. So please take a look at that and maybe start thinking about what you can write and participate. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of submissions, so jurors, be ready. Okay, that's all I have at the moment. Let's start first with a presentation from NIL Foundation about ZKP, Zero Knowledge Proofs. So Mikhail, I know you're with us. Take it away.
Hello. Some time has passed since our last update, and we got things to show. We got lots of new things to show. So let me just share the screen, and the presentation is going to be in here. So the progress. Well, what's happening on our side? We're mostly moving according to the plan. Well, the plan was, just a little throwback for those who missed it. I believe nobody missed it. The plan was to, finalize the specific zk-SNARK framework, just to, which would be able to be embedded into the freeton node. Then to implement the performance demanding instructions as VM instructions, and then to implement the CPP SDK. Well, the next step is actually, public debug, and we're moving according to the plan. We think right now we are, on the step of finalizing the CPP SDK, and in some time we will come to you guys to start public debugging. Little bit, little off topic. The demo of all the stuff is probably gonna need to be implemented or recorded as a separate tutorial or something like that, because no matter how we tried, it takes more than 15 or 20 minutes just to show everything, every step, and really we're gonna need a set of tutorials. Now we're gonna just walk you through the code, and maybe that will be of some use for you. We'll just see what's going on. So framework, why should it be so specific? It should be, first of all, we got 2 nodes, remember? First of all, it should be implemented in CPP, it should be implemented in Rust, and it should be architecturally suitable. What does it mean, architecturally suitable? The architecturally suitable means the framework should have separated levels, like separated the level on which we define the circuit, then the level on which we perform the conversion of the circuit to constraint system, then the level which converts the constraint system to quadratic arithmetic program. Like for ROS16 construction, it's quadratic arithmetic program. And then from that, we generate the actual proof. Well, or we generate keys, or we check if the proof is valid. That's pretty how much the SNARK computation is, is defined. So the hardware demanding steps should be factored out to the VM, and this and the hardware demanding steps are literally every step except circuit definition step. Like, we should be able to define the circuit, which is the actual application, which is the actual, not the application, but which is the actual application logic of the zk-SNARK. It is being defined by the circuit, and everything else should be factored out to the VM. Well, that was what was done some time ago, and talked about it during the previous presentation. It's just a little reminder. Yeah, more reminder of how it was done. There were, instead of 1 instruction, we introduced 3 instructions, like key generation, key pair generation, proving instruction, and the proof checking instruction. Well, the third one is the most lightweight, but we really wanted to put it inside the virtualized application logic, but nah, it's better to handle it as a separate instruction. Well, the most lightweight. The updated specification is, is available in a separate branch of our fork of freeton node. So, take a look in there. Circuit definition. Circuit definition is, as I said, should be available inside the virtualized application. And what it is about? Well, the classic way to imagine the zk-SNARK logic is to imagine yourself a circuit board, like in like electronics. Okay, so and after that you in place some parts of it onto that circuit board, and you got the final circuit. You got the final logic. This thing is actually present as a separate concept, as a separate architectural concept in only one library. In the only library is libsnark, and the second one is ours. Why is it so? Yeah, Mitja, we're gonna have a problem with the Rust-based node because Bellman doesn't have this stuff, and
but it's just for circuit construction, right? So it's not doesn't need to be embedded in the node, right?
Well, yeah, we're gonna need to define some kind of some kind of way to construct a circuit, some kind of pseudo DSL to construct a circuit. Maybe
there is a lot of research into that right now, right? And you can reuse some of this stuff, like Coda, for example, or something.
You're trying to tell me you want to embed the full-featured DSL into the compiler? Oh no. This is a separate project. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. Okay. It's like we got something like that. We got something which converts CPP-based code to the circuit and proves every step, like automatic circuit generation from the CPP code. Well, that's pretty private right now, but TON could be the first project where we could put it, but a little bit later. Well, yeah. So the circuit. So this is the stuff for the circuit generation should be embedded into the SDK of the virtualized environment. Well, there will be a separate slide for it, as far as I remember. Of course, we could just leave it as is, define 3 instructions, say, hey guys, they compute what you want it to be computed, and that's it. But that would be, extremely user unfriendly, extremely developer unfriendly, and that would be, literally unfriendly at all. Like, I don't know, Ron, if I can use an F word in here, like, that would be some kind of F word in here.
Fucked up.
Yeah, that okay. That would be literally a fuck you gesture. Okay, this is not what we want to. This is not what we want to do. So we need a proper way to define the circuit, which is actually too complicated to be assembled manually. Like imagine yourself assembling some complicated circuit logic with TVM assembly yourself, by your hands. No, it's too disgusting. I don't want to do it myself. I never did it myself, and I'm not going to do it myself. So we need a pseudo DSL. What is the CPP SDK? We did it. Instead of introducing the full-featured DSL, instead of compiling the CPP to the provable SNARK circuit, which would require more complicated compiler enhancing, and it's a work for more than a year. It's not something we want to do right now. So we invented the pseudo DSL with the CPP, and which constructs circuit. After that, the circuit which is being constructed calls the built-in TVM function, which was introduced as well into our TVM compiler fork, which has now a fancier name, like TVM LLVM, huh? How do you like it?
We like it very much.
Okay, so, and after that, every computation is being performed by the actual instructions and by the actual instruction inside the VM. So obviously, the circuit which is being defined is, it's getting serialized to be passed to those instructions, and this serialization format is a little bit complicated, but it's going to be internal, for forever, or we will maybe standardize it in case we want to place these things into several nodes. But that will be only the final constraint system or final circuit definition format, not special DSL for it that wouldn't require compiler modifications, just the serialization format. So that's easier. That's faster. Oh yeah, the presentation is quite short. I don't know if I should walk you through the code. Let's just take a look into the SDK itself. We've put it right into the compiler, right into the SDK. A little bit of enhanced boost with libraries which are required, which with our forks of, oh come on, it's not being shared. Let me take it. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, we've put the SDK right inside the TON compiler SDK, like next to TVM directory and next to STL directory. Now you're able to include the actual SNARK pseudo DSL right from your virtualized application logic, and it might look familiar in some kind, and it is, like we admit it. So let's take, for example, we want to prove. Let's take a look. How would it look like? We want to prove the SHA hash, for example. So we define the component. Come on, where it is? Yeah, here it is. We define the component, which gets us the circuit, and the actual call to these functions makes us, use the built-in instruction, which makes the virtual machine to compile, to compute actual proof, or to verify the proof is valid, or to generate 2 keys. Well, that's what we are debugging right now. That is what we are on right now. That's what we are after right now. And well, I believe that's it.
Thank you, Michael, very much. I think we need to have a session for like deep dive into that and maybe think about how that's can be integrated with other developer tools. So
Agreed.
Whenever you're ready, just
whenever you're ready. We were planning that a long time before.
Sure. No, both of us ready, right?
Okay.
So no, if you have, like, if you think that you have like you're ready with everything to deep dive and make a kind of brainstorm together with the community as well. So just tell me, and we will plan it. Maybe next week. Have a kind of Zoom call.
Okay.
Or all together and deep dive into that, or whenever you prefer.
The thing we're going to need to do is to standardize the serialization format together, because it takes a little, it is a little bit complicated, and we're using our internal serialization tool and passing the stuff just as a slice, but maybe we could use the TVM serialization primitives to make it
stuff like that. Also,
yeah.
We need to like a lot of kind of questions that like we have, for example, like how long the computation takes. It's kind of really important for example. So these instructions, like how long are they executed usually? What kind of proofs? Like we have a lot of questions like that. How it's integrated, like how to integrate it with other compiler. Is it useful to integrate it with other compilers? What about the what the procedure of if someone wants to create something that the developer wants to create, and you need to have some kind of like the secret initiation of and stuff like that. So also need to be explained, I think, to the developers how to do that really. And stuff like that. So a lot of questions, I think, that everyone will have.
You're talking about recording tutorial, yeah. that is needed to be done, and I believe we're gonna need to do that together.
Before to like record tutorials or stuff like that, I think we you know, just to have a discussion, a deep technical discussion about that would be very useful.
Okay, well, just whenever you're ready.
Okay, great. So let's try to schedule next week. Anna, could you please take that?
I can try.
Yeah, please try to organize, you know, all of us, like TON Labs team, of course, Neil Foundation team, and whoever from the community who would like to go deeper into zk-SNARKs in TON and to understand, you know, different aspects of that, how you can use it, how you can actually embed it, like what it takes, and stuff like that.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Michael, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Appreciate it. I guess what, now we move on to governance 2.0, update and discussion. Mitja, Roman.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, Roma, do you want to, basically it's just a very simple update on the governance. As you know, the guys of the governance initiative group, they posted and they created a group. There is a group now for the beta testing of the platform. The platform has been released in alpha, and it has some updates actually all the time. I think if Roma wants to talk about these updates, you're welcome. But we also thought, and the group will publish later today, on the forum, the proposal for subgovernance on the governance to zero development group. And if anyone wants to join that, obviously, like, you're welcome to post on the forum your, credentials, whatever. And please, you're all welcome. This group, the subgovernance, will take upon itself the development of the governance to zero platform with all the specifications, white paper, and the technical development. There is a whole roadmap which has been written already into this document. So please, let's discuss it on the forum. If you want to be part of that group, please propose yourself or someone else who you know under the thread on the forum, and let's discuss it. So that's basically it about governance to zero, unless Roman wants to say anything, but I think he's not on. Oh, he's not on the call, I think. So yeah,
He's not here.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Now, this wasn't in the topic list for today, but I believe Ivan and Kirill had a last-minute addition to today's call that they wanted to discuss. It's about gaming, a gaming initiative. So Kirill struggles a little bit with English. So Ivan, if you can maybe help him out, and guys, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My English is so bad, and I speak Russian.
You're doing fine.
Okay. Мы хотим промоутить freeton через киберспорт, а именно мы хотим создать freeton лигу. Иван, переведи.
Kirill's team wants to promote freeton, and they want to use cybersport audience for that, and we have the team.
Почему мы выбрали киберспорт? Потому что это самый развивающийся тренд среди молодежи. Он, я думаю, будет тренд продолжаться, макротренд на 10-15 лет. И сегодняшние 15-летние игроки, это через 3 года будут платежеспособная, лояльная аудитория. И тем более...
Давай мне паузу немножко, ладно? Cybersports trend grows very fast among young audience, and today's 15-year-old teens will become able to earn and make payments in the next 3 years.
Также в этом возрасте, 15-18 лет, закладывается любовь к бренду, и Короче, мы делаем все правильно, показываем фритон. Да.
School kids can share information very fast, and they can easily adopt new technologies, and they are like ideal audience to invest in, and like yeah, the elder people are a lot more difficult to like learn.
Мы будем проводить турниры по популярным кибердисциплинам и будем это транслировать через стримеров. Сейчас стримеры не настолько востребованы, не имеют серьезных контрактов и прайсов на свои услуги онлайна, и лояльность аудитории у них большая.
So today's streamers are not so like demanded globally, and don't have serious contracts, and the prices for the services are not like consistent. So there is a big space for like negotiation, and the audience is very loyal. So we decided to like go with streams and use streamers to promote freeton and gain new audience for freeton community.
Мы уже провели 3 турнира. На первом турнире по Dota 2 было 30 человек, и призовой фонд 500 там кристаллов был.
So we have already held 3 tournaments, and the first tournament was a Dota tournament, and there were 6 teams, so the 30 players, and the prize fund was 500 tons.
На втором турнире, который прошел в субботу и воскресенье, было всего, сколько там команд? 4 и 5, 9 команд, значит, 45 человек. 1000 тонн кристаллов был бюджет.
Another second and third tournament, we held them at Saturday and Sunday, just last weekend, and they were Counter-Strike tournament, and again Dota tournament. There were 9 teams in both tournaments, and 45 players. The prize fund was 1,000 crystals.
Да, вот последних стримов было 2 стримерши, смотрело онлайн 700 человек. Из них к нам в группу добавилось где-то 20 человек новых, желающих принять участие.
These tournaments were streamed by 2 female streamers and there were 700 unique online viewers they converted into 20 new Telegram group members.
Да, сейчас пока у нас принимают участие не профессиональные игроки, мы открыты для всех, но в будущем мы планируем выходить на глобальный рынок с серьезными коллаборациями, игроками, стримерами.
So for now, it's not as global, but in future we plan to enter a global market with serious partners, teams, and streamers.
That's all. We have prepared a proposal. We plan to spend about
15,000 points, yeah.
1,000 points in the next 3 months. Мы хотим организовывать еженедельные турниры, каждую неделю призовой фонд. Сколько там у нас будет?
So the main activity will be like recurring weekly tournaments and also day-to-day activity, attracting new members, like getting them to TON surf, like adopt. So we will teach them, like, and that will be the main activity, and organizing tournaments, of course. So that is what we plan for this 3 months, and we need 50,000 tons for that.
About
Ну, от тебя
50,000
что-нибудь
tons.
добавь.
So,
Да.
что?
От тебя что-нибудь добавь еще, подытожь. Ты все знаешь в теме.
Хорошо, спасибо, Кирилл. So I personally think that I like knows some people from his team, and well, the whole movement may seem somewhat like young and not, but I really know
What's
that
wrong with that?
they can self-organize, like, you know, and I was like, I have evidence for that. So I just want to like push this initiative, and I'm one of the initial members.
I think it's great.
I think it's yeah, it's excellent.
It's awesome. It's awesome on many levels, actually. Like I can comment really quickly.
Yeah, I know that there are a lot of philosophy here. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's like a captcha also. It's like the teams are playing, so they're real people, and also this is a contest, right?
Yeah.
This is a contest. I mean, why not running just a contest for a game, for a play in
Well, for now that this is
it's just the same. It's just the same. No, but I'm saying it's just the same thing. It's actually a contest.
Yes.
It's a competition, so it's perfectly aligned with what we are doing, and because it's distributed in TON crystals, it's promoting TON, freeton blockchain. So I just don't see any downside in that, really.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, it's fantastic. I would say maybe put a proposal together for a group, for a governance group, because basically you already have one to some extent. All you need to do is just
ссылку на proposal, пожалуйста. Yeah, I asked Kirill to send the link to proposal in Zoom chat.
One second, please. So I have link and last link.
I suggest to comment and maybe do some edits on this proposal and make some additional like comments after the stream. Just wanted to like bring your attention to that.
Thank you, guys.
I would also maybe generalize that a little. Let's say to create a framework where everyone can create tournaments or anything like that, like activities like that.
I see where you're going.
Why not? Right, and we're negotiating right now with another partner, which I don't think we can tell actually right now, but there is also an eSport guys who are interested already in that, and we're talking about like serious teams. So I think that could be also made a basis for this kind of cooperation with other eSport teams and eSport.
It may be done on the different levels. So on the young people level and on the elder people level.
I think what he's saying is that we can create a smart contract around this that basically is universal to anybody who's in gaming.
Yeah, there are a lot of things we can like imagine here, but there are first steps. So the first step is we have one team. They are ready to manage all the stuff. They have also like a technical guy. He is actually one of the founders of TON. You heard about TON, so that's the same team. And they are already doing stuff. And they spent pretty much tons on that already. So the proposal suggests compensate that, and they ask for not so big budget.
No big budget at all. Go for it. Yeah, I personally would love to see something. Put it in writing.
Then, yes, and then we can generalize. We can like create new contests, and we will we'll set up a framework. But I think that it will best suit for like automated governance second version stuff. Okay.
Oh, yeah, but we can start now. We don't have to wait for.
Yeah, of course. But what Mitja says, he says it's to generalize this, and I think that we can generalize this only if some automation and some like steps, like so we will maybe start it in the next.
Yeah, let's start by refining the proposal. That's
yeah.
That's the first step.
We just need help to refine the proposal because proposal was written by like Kirill, Rolly, me, and we this is the first proposal made by the community.
Come on, Ivan, you know what you're doing. You can do it.
Can you what now? Can you approve now our proposal? Могут они сейчас
Kirill, we're losing you. Your internet connection is really bad. Kirill, your internet connection is bad.
Сейчас.
Sorry, guys.
О, я слышу, да, давай. He just sending like a proofs in Zoom. He sends like streamer photos and screenshots of stuff's going on, but we've
seen that. Yeah.
We've seen that, yeah. Кирилл, мы это все, на самом деле мы это видели, и я ребятам рассказал немножко заранее.
Okay, all right. So I think it's pretty clear, right? We have a good idea. Let's put it in writing and let's put it to the community. So thank you, Kirill. Thank you, Ivan, very much.
Кирилл, спасибо сказали мне за то, что мы это все проговорили.
Thank you. Да. Я понимаю, я сказать не могу. Я все понимаю, сказать не могу.
Thank you, guys. No, that's awesome. That's great. That's fantastic. Excellent job. Okay. So back to me. I said I'd leave this for the end, and God, I feel bad because I'm gonna end on a depressing note. But let's just talk about contests for a minute, or rather, contest extensions, amendments, etc. Blah blah. It's been brought up extensively. I'm personally guilty for raising bad discussions. I think a lot of people know that. In fact, I often start them. So, guilty as charged, Senator. But while I feel bad for people who have good submissions but miss deadlines, the reality is I know it doesn't make it right just to go in and change something, even if it's just something absolutely menial, something that just, feels like, oh, come on, 2 more minutes. Look, in certain cases, if an extension is so first of all, if an extension is granted in certain cases, it's unfair to those people who made it in time. If it's not enough time, then the time to change it is basically when it's in the discussion phase. So there's a forum, that's where proposals go, that's where they're discussed, and that's the time to make changes. That's the time to say, look, change the dates. And if people agree, they'll change them. If they don't, they won't. It's a community effort. But when it's too late, it's too late, unfortunately. And again, I just want to reiterate and underscore, I feel terrible. I feel really, really bad that some people don't make it, but this is the way it's going to be. And here's the thing, right? When we get to governance 2.0, this problem is going to resolve itself. So pretty soon, there will never again be a please fix option. It's going to be what it is, when it is, end of story. So let's maybe just start getting used to that right now, I think. I think from now on, we should all let's just say it publicly. We should all agree, no more hindsight extensions. Pavel, I think maybe you wanted to say a few words.
Yeah, actually, nothing to add to that because if somebody has some objection about timing in the beginning, that could be quite fair. But if somebody say that in 2 days before the contest ends, say, okay, well, it's not much time, then probably that person wasn't able to finish his or her submission in time, and this looks a bit unfair. So let's be prepared. Let's monitor what's going on and make comments on forum or make comments at least in the beginning. If you missed discussion on the forum, which it should not be the case if you are actively involved and you are interested in some topic. Anyway, if you have some proposal, just understand it should be reasonable in terms of moment for that proposal.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I mean, maybe some people don't know. It's forum.freeton.org. So forum.freeton.org. That's the discussion forum. Go. Yeah. Because it really, I mean, again, I feel horrible because somebody might have had like the most brilliant idea ever, and he missed it because of, you know, a 2-minute time frame. Yeah, and you missed it. It's the blockchain, right? That's the reality. So, okay, so let's not be negative. Everything is good. Everything is positive. Today's presentations are short, concise, and very, very well structured, and that's great. So listen, that's all I have. If no one has anything else to add, we can move to questions, I think.
Ron, can I add something about the amendments?
You can.
Like, you know, I totally agree that if we have the time frame to submit our works, we should stick to it. Maybe we should, you know, just like write it in bold text in the message, okay? Because, you know, it's never bad. But I would like to mention one thing that was totally my mistake. We've discussed it with you about the rewards for the landing page design. I was wondering if we could pull together an amendment for that and maybe attract you to, you know, make a better offer for the prizes. Like, you know, I focused on the text, I focused on the sites of the landing page structure, but I really missed comparing the prizes, including the connection of the place and the reward with the, like, you know, branding contests. So my mistake is that the runners-up for from 11th to 20th place are rewarded only with 5K tons. Whilst the work on a landing page is like, you know, 1 week or maybe even 2. I'd like to discuss that because I'm following the discussion on the forum. There is an amendment on that. Let me link it to the chat. Just give me a second. Here it is. So I was wondering if we could think something over here. And I do totally agree that re-evaluating, rewriting the conditions is not a good idea. Never is. Still, as it was said numerous times, we just have, you know, like not a finished product here and always working on it tightly. So maybe this can still go on with some amendments at this point. And I would like to hear your opinion on this one.
Mine personally?
Yours as well, yeah, because you are always against of actively against or actively positively saying supporting something. So like, you know, like a test person.
Thanks for putting me on the spot. Okay, great.
Sorry for that.
No, it's okay, man.
Can I add a couple words? I've checked the proposal about that. And there was a very good comment from
I've seen it.
Daniel. He mentioned that the initial prices for freeton landing page, it's around
guys, it's
200 this house.
235, yeah.
It's overblown. Like it's
No, it is.
This will be like, it makes it probably one of the largest contests ever in terms of the prize fund, which it totally does not deserve.
Долго, дорого, охуенно.
I was. I'm not speaking.
Ivan, there are many people, not only you.
I'm not speaking about the precise awards amount, really, because the amendment has offered its 785K, which is a lot.
How much?
But now, after seeing these numbers and understanding that we should only correct the amount of rewards for the places 11th to 20th.
But the main problem that if someone will get 1 point, he will get that place.
I think this contest should stay. If you want to amend the contest in terms of getting the prices like in different distribution of prices, maybe that's fine, but it should stay in 235K initial contest size total.
Mitja, and
that's my opinion.
I think that you can understand that designing a sticker pack takes some amount of time, and designing a landing page together with compiling the content for it, because there is no content provided, is another.
No, even the best design would not and yeah, I know that we make a budgets maybe a little bit more than their market price, but the market price of landing page is not 50, 100 tons, never. The best landing page, the best site, well structured and unique for blockchain project, etc., will not cost that amount of tokens. And what I personally suggest we don't have such 35 places. So I don't think that there will be 35 unique submissions from unique teams. So I may suspect some teams to make several brainstorming. So this is a brainstorming contest. You can turn it to several submissions by one man. And
why do we need 35 letting
and
we need only one?
Why do we need to increase the amount of the crisis in three times?
No, I'm not offering in. I'm not suggesting that we just stick to the prizes that were mentioned in the amendment. This is the point of the discussion, and the comments on the forum made by just give me a second, by
Stanislav.
No, not by the Stanislav, in the comments by Danenio, that the increase amount is too big. I really I think that it is, but still I would bump up the amount for the 11th till 20th places. Still, like Ivan said, and I spoke about it with Ron, that someone can just submit a blank page with no design and anything, and be amongst the 20 submissions.
Then there will be a proposal there will be a rejection. There will be a rejection.
Some judge can just, think, oh, okay, that is funny. Put it 1 point.
Some judges, we have professional judges, and we did mention that there is a plan to filter some.
I think that's also misunderstanding about the structure of the prize pool in general. Again, the idea of the contest is the following. It's not proportionally distribute prices among as many people as possible. I mean, that is a bad idea. If you design contests like that, which is what the proposal is basically does, it's just a bad idea. Instead, what you should do is you should reward generously people who won the contest, let's say first place or 3 first places, and then compensate people for their effort just on a more or less kind of symbolic compensation, like maybe just to cover up their time or stuff like that. And not to reward from 4th, 10th place with the size of the token, which basically is what would happen if we would just, go there and ask to build a landing page, and that's what it would cost. That's not how contests should work. It's not in the spirit of contests.
You asked my opinion, Michael, and
Yeah.
I have to agree with what's been said. This is my personal opinion.
Okay.
Look, I mean, at this point, the token is liquid, so it's money. It's real money, and I agree. I mean, for $50,000, I can have a site that'll make Google and Microsoft and Apple blush.
Don't look on the first place. Okay, the first place is a huge and a big win, and it should be rewarded to the outstanding team. That's no question.
I agree with that.
It should be big.
The question is the tail.
The second place is 45. The third place is 40,000.
And let's also not forget that there will actually only be one at the end, right? So a lot of people did a lot of work, and essentially what it is there's one winner, right?
There
Really,
may be no one winner with the good submissions, where there may be like no one winner, and all submissions will be compiled, refined, and made like a unique.
Yeah. So I personally think it's fine as it is. I personally think.
Okay.
Don't go biting my head off in DMs.
No, I won't.
We started two separate teams to design the landing page for this contest. We not started yet, but I plan to do it. And even with that fact, I'm really against this proposal like as it is. But maybe like we can make another distribution. So maybe we can, or maybe we can slightly make them like a little bit more, because like top designers, like product designers, like, you know, they are expensive.
Did this proposal pass actually?
Yeah.
No, I believe no.
Hell, yeah. Why don't go to the other content?
No, the proposal.
Not everybody speak at once. Let's one at a time.
Proposal for landing was passed, but not amendment.
Okay, so the landing proposal was passed. I mean, I need to go to the forums more often. Unfortunately, I don't have time.
We should mention, and we should also mention that in proposal, I'm sorry, we should mention also that there is requirements to have a content also. And this is like important, because there should be some copywriting, because the vision document mentioned, so that it mentioned not only for design but
positioning document.
Yeah, positioning. Yeah. So it's not really like a design in graphical terms. It's a design in designing terms, and I think that it should be like a little bit more expensive than it is, maybe. So, but not as big as Kabanov.
Guys, may I add something? Why don't, if we have so much resources and people they want to participate, why don't we, for example, improve our forum? Other things. If you have so many resources for and you can invest,
we have governance.
Why don't
please participate there?
You know,
you can make a proposal for example, improve the forum and other things that really need it.
Forum will die.
One at a time, please, everybody. One at a time.
There is some inertia in making decisions to spend money, and that's understandable. So the community, the majority of community who are not like from the initial members, but who has capabilities and like a capital, they are just watching at most, because like it's risky, and it's like, yeah. I believe that's just my my personal view on that, and I'm not like a capitalist, but I think that like so Ron, it's not valid to like go and improve everything and invest in everything. Like if you have money, like let's do everything. No. it doesn't work like that.
But this is actually a valid idea that we can have more contests. Of course, there are some probability in getting right place because we don't have professional jury. I mean, and jurors, they are quite subjective, as we saw. But let's make more contests of what we really need, and then there will be higher chances for people to get.
I believe
For example, guys, Ivan, do you remember that? For example, we spend a lot of time on the contest results, right? Why don't we do such contest? And it can really help to community solve some problems.
I really wanted to starting writing like a contest proposal text, but I wanted to sleep and just go.
Yes, right. So if someone have much more time, for example, to join in the landing page contest, he can invest this time to make a proposal for contest stats. Why not?
I wish all these people who are like watching and chatting joined, but I cannot like I cannot enforce them to do that.
Get in your car, get a gun, and go find each and every one of them.
I may only make them believe that the things going on are real, and for that I need like some time and like it needs some time.
Okay, all right. I think we've discussed this to the point where we're beating a dead horse. I think everybody understands. And this is how the community works. Everybody has a voice. Everybody says something. Everybody invests their time and energy, and we come up with some kind of an idea that has to manifest itself in the form of a proposal. So I think that'll do it for this round of discussions, but all very interesting ideas. I like them all. So let's figure it out on the forum. Okay. Who else has a question here in the group call?
I have a little question for Mitja. Mitja, can you please say, you mentioned that there is a TVM instruction which like about licensing for developer to
Yes, I can't finish that. I really love to finish that. It's like ready. It's just that to finish it, I need to go to my team and have a discussion with them, and they literally don't have a fucking minute to do
this. Is really one of the good points, like
totally
to promote and to invite other developers. But I can say it now because it is not true.
Well, totally agree with you, but again, it's just it's the proposal is ready. It's like I can hit the button and it will go to the forum. The problem is I really want to discuss it with the guys who actually implementing TVM, how to do that the best way in terms of syntaxes and stuff like that. So in the compiler team, we need to have a discussion internally before we propose it on the forum, and I will try to push it next week, but we're just totally super busy now. But yeah, I totally agree with you. This is really important stuff.
Yeah, thank you. The second question is much more to Ron about that we should vote on some proposals we discussed in the contest results chat, like about just formally agree on that. And can we like additionally add the proposal about eSports League like to that batch and vote it also? Kirill wants to start. But
well, yeah, I mean, absolutely. But again, you guys, you got to come up with a proposal. Like, you have to structure it properly. There needs to be a wallet. There needs to be a set of KPIs.
Okay.
Not just wallet. I mean, that'll take you 5 seconds. But I mean, it has to be structured properly. See, I think what's happening with a lot of the new subgovernances that are trying to put we give them examples like Wiki, like DeFi, right? And what they do is they just copy paste.
It doesn't work.
Right, it doesn't work that way. Exactly. You have to think ahead of how it's supposed to work, and you have to put that in writing because the community needs to understand the goal. I mean, if all you're going to do is just take this and change the name and change this, people will realize that. So you have to think it through. You have to create a proposal. Go to the community, have them edit help you with the proposal until everybody feels comfortable enough to say, okay, this is what we're proposing. These are the tons we're asking for. This is how we see it for the next X amount of time. And yeah, absolutely. Get to work.
Yeah, but I think the model will work much like Wiki, because we don't want to like 15-year-old players.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't answer that for you, right? I can't answer that for you. You guys have to sort of think about how you want to see it. I heard the discussion that you guys want to wait until governance 2.0. That's why. Why do you want to do that? There's no reason for that. Governance 2.0 is the end result. This should be done now. And it'll bring.
It will be done now. Now we want to do it in a model, like to make all the payments by ourselves and just give reports. And these reports will be like in the framework of renewal, like Wiki contest, like in the same framework. So that's why it looks maybe a little bit the same. But this is just a comfortable framework to do, and not. It's not a copy paste. Okay.
Okay. So get out of your comfort zone and do it. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. Okay. But it needs to be.
We should prepare more multi-sig and make some tools to sign transaction, because I don't want guys to install TON CLI. So yeah, we'll write some JavaScript.
Okay. All right.
Who doesn't want to install TON CLI?
Yeah. Apparently Ivan doesn't.
That's the only CLI that works with debots. You need to remember that.
Oh, well, they don't need the debots just to get the tokens from budgets. We don't need debots. We just.
Oh, I think you do. I think actually you do. But just looking at your.
Yeah, I know that there is a multi-sig debot. I know. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
I think it will help you tremendously to be more inclusive in terms of people who you're bringing into signing.
Well,
okay. Yeah. All right. Enough of this. We're already coming on an hour. But again,
okay, I'm sorry. By the way, Mitja, maybe you want to package it.
Ivan, we are waiting for you to finish. We want to say something.
Ivan never does.
And that's okay. And that's why he's so popular. And that's why everybody loves him.
Okay.
John, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to make a small announcement on the community, the African community. I believe we have started the subgovernance group, and we have the initial members, and starting from I think maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll be posting a document whereby those who want to be members of the subgovernance can actually apply, and we'll be able to expand that group. So that's just what I have. We need to make the African community more involved and actually develop their own roadmap. So guys, once I post it, I wish you guys will apply and we grow together. Thank you.
Thank you, John. So I'm sorry, it's impossible for me to follow every single chat, but as I understand, we were waiting for a proposal, right?
Yes, the document is almost 90% done. So I just looking at presenting it maybe in the next 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, wow, okay.
The initial member. For the initial members to go through.
This is great news, John. As I told you on the in the African chat as well, everybody's looking forward to that. We'll also make sure, we always mean community, that whatever experience there is in the Korean subgovernance, which started quite actively, we'll make sure to share that, and we'll do the same kind of the other way. Whatever you guys do well, we'll make sure to communicate that to the Korean subgovernance. And then eventually looking more for more national and regional subgovernance teams. There is a Mexican chat which took off like a rocket in the last couple of days. We obviously have other more engaged chats. So please join in, and everybody's looking forward.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Thanks, John. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so please, I mean, I know Steve Yoon from the Korean group has done just a fantastic job, and I think anybody could just maybe ping him and say, hey, you know, maybe help me out and try to figure this out, how I should do it right. But the important thing is we need the proposal has to go up first. So that's step one. Then for a vote and everything else, but that's great. Yeah. And I wish that we're going to have, you know, what are there officially 187 countries in the world? I hope we have 187 proposals. So yeah. And then, yes, just like Alex said, so there's a country proposal, and then there's a state-based, I mean, you know, there's subgovernance, and then there's sub-subgovernance, and so on and so forth. So that's great. Glad to hear it, John. Thank you very much. Okay. Anybody else from the discussion group have any questions? Or do I go to my usual Bruce Buffer? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait.
Here comes Ivan. Okay, go ahead.
Just kidding.
Nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay. All right, here we go to YouTube. Are there any contests for non-technical freeton community members? Of course there are. Actually, I think the non-technical conferences overshadow the technical conferences, at least. Conferences. There I go again with conferences, contests. I apologize. Overshadow non-technical, technical contests 3-1 easily. So yeah, which by the way, isn't necessarily great. I think Mitja probably would say something to that. We need more technical contests.
I sent the link already, and you can see there on the forum.
There will be more contests. Of course, the developers' contests are more complicated. So yeah, naturally they will draw kind of a little bit less attention. But the development groups are coming along quite nicely. I think there will be, I think soon some subgovernance proposals, some more subgovernance proposals. The atomic swap, I think, contest went really good, at least from what I saw. Like there was 4 submissions, despite the fact that it was really short in DeFi.
Is it 4? I thought it was 3.
I think it's 4. Actually.
There's three submissions, and one guy just missed a time. And...
okay. But still, nevertheless, it was very short time. I think unjust, very short time. So you need to think next time. But it was like 3 submissions.
We just covered that.
Yeah, so it's good.
I think it was plenty of time. I think from what I understand, it was based on market analysis for the time. Okay, I don't even want to. Let's not rehash it. Right. So. Question and answer, but I just want to read it out loud. Somebody asked, is there an Africa group for freeton community? I think John just answered that. And yes, of course there is. So please, and go to freeton.org and the African group. There's a link right there to the Telegram group. So yes, please join and bring everybody you know who wants to be a part of this. Let's see. When will surf be public? What a perfect time to ask that.
Well, surf is public.
I think the announcement actually went out today.
It's already public, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is public, yeah.
That's really that is great, just great.
Still a lot of work to be done there, but
oh, of course, but the design become much better than in the first version. Much better.
Yes, I second that. Okay, all right. I think that's it for YouTube questions, at least for the moment. So let's go to questions that were written in, and we have exactly 1. When will the distribution for the DePool contest happen? Do you want to take this, Mitja, or should I answer?
I will take it. Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, you need to pass the KYC, guys. And there are still a lot of
KYV.
No, Mitja, the pools. That's not for, yeah, it's not for validators.
Yeah, not validators, DePools.
Yeah, the pools, I mean, the pools, it should be very soon. Technically,
not for validators. We're talking about DePools, right?
Yeah, I mean, not my.
They're asking about the DePools contest, not about the validators contest.
Oh, the DePool contest.
Yes. So yeah, actually, results already calculated. The only problem we have that during the game there was some announcement of additional prizes, and those prizes were not in initial proposal. So, and we cannot distribute any tokens before governance approve it. So that's now it's all up to members who prepare this.
You're talking about bugs.
Yes, right? Yes, bugs, and also
bugs and DePools. There's two, right? There's bugs,
and there was like those who installed it before we postponed the beginning. So there something early early adopters. So yeah, so this one should be voted today, hopefully. So it means that tomorrow we'll be ready to make distribution.
Great.
Hang on with the tomorrow stuff.
Okay, at least we will.
We will try. Yeah, we're gonna try really hard. See, we've shot ourselves in the foot more than once with this. You know, it's gonna be at this time. We're gonna try very hard. Okay. So, like my favorite says, there's going to be a meme. Yeah. There's soon going to be a meme with my face, and under it just the word "soon."
It's already memes with everyone's face in freeton with this word, I think.
Yeah. Contest on DePools already ended, and maybe you will like share the secret of winning in this contest.
I mean,
because there are a lot of people saying that this is a random contest because it really started a little bit randomly, but there is actually a winning strategy. I personally like heard about it from my people.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you want me to comment on the DePool contest now, or maybe we can do it
maybe later, we can make a recap on the crystal game and on the
thing is that, again, I mean, you need to remember that this contest, it was the slashing conditions that were applied to this contest results are not the slashing conditions by numbers, I mean, that will be in the main network. Therefore, we just did it so it will be more interesting. That's all. I mean, because on the main net, what would happen is that it would be like 300 winners.
Yeah, it's like
because almost nobody would be slashed.
Yeah, it's like you're adjusting a scale to
exactly
differentiate like winners and losers.
Exactly. So yeah, on that scale, when it comes to the difference of slashing of like, I don't know, 20 tons, obviously there is some random because like you just were selected in some round in the shard, which were like you were the farthest, let's say, and that's it. And you missed some blocks, and so that's that. And you got some slash.
On the long run, it all on the long run, it doesn't.
In the end, maybe, yeah, maybe. Well, I saw some nodes relocating just to be closer, so stuff like that. I saw somebody put more stake just to validate master chain, and there were different strategies. I think overall it was interesting. At least it got people attention to the metrics. The metrics are correct, by the way, of course, but it doesn't lead to the mainnet strategy of being in one data center. That's not what will happen. So you don't need to apply the same like thinking to the mainnet. When you choose your node location, and we will have probably separate conversation about that because it's too late now, but let's do it before we distribute. And there definitely will be a lot of questions about the distribution on the mainnet before it happens. So let's take it there. But generally, when you think about your mainnet node location, you should take into account completely different things strategically. You should think about the first and foremost about the network stability, security, stuff like that, because then you have a stake in this network, and the most important for you is that the network is not, first of all, it's a secure network, and security of the network is only achieved when at the very basic level there are no node concentrations such that if the data centers goes down, or some region goes down, and we know it can happen, the network just stalls, right? So you need to think about this also. And that's also where we will actually have some tools for validators before we distribute that. And the distribution of the tokens into DePools will be gradual distribution. So it's not just one cycle, everyone will join. It's not going to happen. It will be over time, and there will be a tool when you can see the distribution of the node geographically. And so you can choose wisely the next batch of
you already prepared the tool to geographic distribution visualization, yes?
Well, it's easy. We will have the data
so you prepared like just a tool to like a IP address.
But the data we will give a data, right? But then you can build the tool. Whoever,
fine,
if you want to build the tool, just build.
Yeah, because
we can make a contest out of that if you want.
We started preparing like to building like statistics, some statistics.
Yeah, it's really like it's an easy stuff. Like,
yes.
I think that's all.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I don't see any more questions coming in. We made it an hour and 50 minutes. I think that's fantastic.
Well, I got some questions in the community chat before, and I asked the guys to join ask questions, but they somehow didn't. I don't know why.
It happens.
Yeah, like you have a arguing on the forum and not coming here, with a question.
Good point.
Come to them and serve them, the team.
Well, let's not be hasty, but yeah, I second that motion. I think that if you want to go on the forum and on the chats and bitch, then come to a public
face
discussion.
To face. Come face to face. Yeah. What?
Easy, Rocky. Yeah. I mean, why? If you have a gripe, then voice it. And putting it in the chats. Look. I guess since somebody else crossed the cursing barrier, then I shall join. Look, I like a quote. It says, "Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right?" So, look, everybody has an opinion. It's subjective community because it is by virtue subjective. Got an opinion, voice it. And writing in the chats and getting people all pissed off at you, fine. You're welcome to do it, but why not actually come and have an open discussion, and everybody in the whole world can see it, and everybody can make their own personal, decision about how they feel about it. I guess that's it. That's, it's like Abraham Lincoln's last words or something like that. So listen, guys, thank you again. We'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, same freeton time. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and let's get back to work.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks all. Bye.
See you.